Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Governments all over the world, including the US, have been allowing a chemical called hydroxylic acid into our daily water supply. Hydroxylic acid is used in the synthesis of pesticides. It's also used in nuclear reactors. It's an industrial solvent. Hydroxylic acid can be toxic to humans. As a matter of fact, contact with it can cause anything from severe skin burns up to respiratory distress and even death. As a matter of fact, each and every single person who comes into contact with hydroxylic acid does unfortunately end up passing away. Now, hydroxylic acid has been in our plumbing for a very long time. It is in our water pipes, it's in our kitchen fountains, it's in our tap waters, it's in the food we eat, and it makes up 2/3 of what you are. That's right. Hydroxylic acid is just one of the many scientific names for water. It's easy to hear something that you've probably never heard of and be afraid of it because it might sound like other things that could be dangerous to humans. And that's okay. It's okay. But what's not okay is for people to use this as a fear tactic, to manipulate society to get a certain message across or to achieve a certain goal. There are people who can get a big drug list of compounds that people haven't really heard before and tell them, is this the kind of stuff you want to put in your child's body? See, each and every single thing that I mentioned in this video was true. None of it was a lie. But it was presented in a way that sounds scary. It's a way that is meant to scare you. But you weren't scared of the chemical itself. You weren't scared of hydroxylic acid. It's water. What you were afraid of is the unknown that this word you've never heard of before represented. That word represented something that sounded scary. And the facts that I presented, even though they were all true, they were presented in a way that was biased. It didn't give you the big picture. It took a very thin slice, and that's all you saw. Now, it's easy for me to just sit down here and tell you, try not to be tricked by that stuff, but we all know it's a lot more complicated than that. The best thing that I could give is, just because something sounds scary doesn't mean it's actually dangerous.